Welcome in to another evening, another segment of Into Music. I'm your host, the one-man entertainer and DJ, of course. Let me turn my microphone up a little bit so you can hear me a little bit better than that. Man, the dryer went out, gotta hang my clothes in the background, man. Got the home insurance people coming over tomorrow to sometimes replace it or fix it, one of the two. But anyway, tonight we're gonna talk about your equipment. What you use to play on and things you need to have when you're doing your one-man gigs or any kind of gig. If you're playing, you got to have some good equipment. And we're going to get into that. I recently bought me a new mixer. I used to have this guy right here. And this mixer got me through a few gigs. Well, through several gigs. I was doing my thing with this little mixer, and I liked it. It was cool. I got to know it a little bit. But now I moved up a little bit, speaking of equipment and speaking of new equipment and things you need to make your set a little bit better. I got this. This is a Numark. This is a 4-deck controller. You can have 4 decks going on. This is I guess the top of the line Numark for the most part. It's good enough for me. What I like about it is a lot of times if you want to take the vocals out, you can take the vocals out and just have the music. The one that's a little older than this, I was getting ready to buy that, but it was kind of trippy. I didn't want it. I wanted this one because the wheels lit up. But it took the music out, the vocals, the background vocals, and I just had the drum track. It was crazy the way that did that. I liked it. I wish they would have left that feature in this one, but taking the lyrics out is cool. I'm going to give you a little demo. I'm going to play my own original music, because a lot of times YouTube will flag you. Even if you use some old originals, I'm going to try it like this. Just to let you hear a little bit of what I can do on this one versus this other one. About the same thing, but it's just a little more quality. Check this out.
She wanna test our inhibition. Is she Trinidad or maybe Haitian? Asian, or Jamaican? Girl, brown queen, don't be so mean. Be my Cleopatra, I'll be your king. Come to my castle, gal, and you know we can take you higher than you ever wanna go. I be your doctor and be your lover, gal. You know you're never gonna need another. Me never dish you, won't need no drama. Always respect you and give you honor. Tell me what you wish you want. I gal, we wanna love you till the day that we die. Oh, what you need, baby gal, you can get it from I. Here we take them the words they gal, she know, gal, she know, gal, she know you want.
But now we're going to get into the subject at hand, get into the topic, which is your music equipment. You all thought I was talking about your keyboard rig, your bass rig, and your drum set, and your congas and all. You thought I was talking about that, and your guitar? No, I'm talking about your music equipment. that you need. Okay, that's part of your equipment. I'm not going to play with you too much, but your car, your vehicle is part of your music equipment, son. Whether you want to look at it that way or not, your vehicle does a lot for you in your gig. Uh, One main thing is getting you to your gig on time. Um, I got this heater in the background because it's cold down here. We ain't gonna get into that, but if you hear that wind sound like we're in a tunnel, that's because I got this heater on and it's blowing. But your um, your vehicle plays a big part in your music career. You know, I mean, you gotta, having enough room in your vehicle to carry your equipment and the things you need, plus maybe a passenger, like your girlfriend, your wife, buddy, but you need to take care of your vehicle. Make sure you change the oil. Make sure you change the filters. I mean, just basic maintenance. Look at them tires. Rotate the tires. Get it serviced when it needs to get serviced. And your vehicle might play a big part in it. You might have to go to a restaurant or club or a event planner or wedding planner. You might have to meet them somewhere and talk to them. You know what you need to set up. Your equipment plays a big part in how you present yourself. The first thing I got before I caught myself going out to play any gig is I got me a little PA system. Just having your microphone plugged into your amplifier. Depending, I mean, they make good sound in speakers these days and amplifiers that might can handle the microphone in your guitar. But for the most part, if you get you a sound system, maybe with some bottom end that comes with it, they got different kinds of setups now that sound pretty good, and they're pretty much compact and don't take up a lot of room. And you want to be able to take your sound that you're used to playing at home and it sounds good. You want to be able to make that sound happen anywhere you go. Anywhere I go, my sound is going to sound. Matter of fact, I'm at the point now where I don't really trust sound men with the way I want to sound, because you tell them, hey, I want my, when I play my saxophone, can you wetten up this microphone, meaning put some reverb on it, put some reverb with a little delay. I like for my horns to sound really nice and spread out when I'm playing them. I don't like for it to sound like just a dry microphone. I mean, and sometimes you tell a sound technician to do that, and they be like, okay, yeah, I got you, and you listening and trying to play and trying to groove the way it sounds when you're at home or when you mixing your own sound, and it don't sound like that. And your equipment plays a big part in your sound. It makes you feel good when you play. I see something, you know what, I want to change screens. Yeah, back to the subject at hand, your equipment. Like I said, take care of your equipment and try to get familiar with some good, if you're not already, some good repair shops kind of beforehand. If you're playing and you got a lot of electronic stuff, and if you're playing solo gigs, chances are you're gonna have microphones and wireless stuff. Who knows? But electronic equipment is really it can be a hazardous situation if it ever get drenched, if you're ever outside. When you play outside, keep your eye on the sky. The day can start out, the afternoon can start out real nice and beautiful and blue sky. Next thing you know, you start seeing a few clouds come in. You might not have to worry about it, but when you start seeing that heavy gray, I got used to that. My equipment got drenched one time, and even though you take it to a shop, it's never the same no more. And different things will happen at the wrong time. Just when you need that left and right channel, the right channel will go out or the left channel will go out, and to keep trying to take it back and forth to a music repair shop, you might as well buy another keyboard. And I'm just saying all that to say that your equipment, once it gets wet or something like that, and it's breaking down too much, don't keep running that same equipment back and forth to the repair shop. Cheap equipment is not good, so don't go out trying to buy some cheap something just to save you some money, and it don't sound good anyway. You know, it don't sound as bright or as warm or thick as you want it, especially when you get into some synth parts and stuff like that. You want it to sound good and rich. So like I'm saying, cheap equipment is not good. Good equipment is not cheap. But if you're resourceful, you can go through things like Reverb. There's a music website. You can go through eBay. eBay has some good deals and other good sources to buy you some equipment. And you can buy it at a reasonable price versus trying to buy it brand new. Matter of fact, I've got 2 MX-88s. I got one for home, and I got one that I take to the gig. And if something happened, I almost got 2 of everything. I got 2 Selmer saxophones. One is an Aristocrat. It's a good student model. It plays really good. I mean, sometimes I'd be like, man, why did I buy this Mark 6? You know, but it's a good backup horn. I got 2 and 3 soprano saxes. I got 2 and 3 flutes, 2 piccolos. Everything I got except the EWI, which is the electronic wind instrument. But try to have good backup equipment, even if it's not the same quality of your primary instrument of choice. Get you something that's a good backup in case if you get into a crunch where you do have to put one of your instruments in the show. Equipment really does play a big part in your sound and your setup, so don't take it for granted. Try not to jeopardize it and have it in your car for 3 nights in a row, and then somebody end up cracking your window and discovering you got a nice guitar in there, and they don't care about the price of it. They just want to make a couple $100 off of it when the guitar might cost you $6,000. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting out more and more content for all my solo entertainers, my street musicians, my loopers, my sax trumpet players, and anybody who plays by themselves and make it happen. This content is dedicated to you all. And I'm going to close down for tonight. I hope you have gotten a little bit out of this topic, and I hope to see you again real soon. My name is the One Man Entertainer and DJ. You all have a good night. I'll see you again real soon.